Hi, my name is Amy Dickey, and I want to share with you a really cool way I have found to find lost items that when you're stressed out and frazzled and I gotta find this, what it takes to find something. I love to pray. I love to pray, hey, because I know there's a higher power and I know there's angels and I know that I can receive help. But I also know that there's an element of doing it myself, at least trying. I'm not just going to rely on other people to help me without helping myself first. So after I've looked everywhere for something, then I use this special secret way to pray. So let me tell you about some things that I lost. The first thing that I lost was this water bottle. I know it's like not that kind of a big deal to most people, but I had just barely gotten it. It was brand new, still in the plastic wrapper. It says 3 key elements on it. It's just, you can't, these are not replaceable. I earned it. And so it's not something you can just go and buy to replace. And my kids like, using water bottles. Like, I make them use stuff like this. Hey, we use this. But I put this in a really safe place. And I just couldn't find it. And after I looked for it for about 3 weeks until I decided, you know what, I really want to find it. And I wanted to use it. And so I prayed. So here's the secret way to pray. You use gratitude. You thank. I thank Heavenly Father. I thank Thee that I lost this water bottle. Then I ask, will you please help me find it? I went into the kitchen and I started to do the frantic thing again. Just looking in all the cupboards, I'm like, oh, it's going to like magically pop out at me because I prayed for it this way that I'd heard, that's this magical way to pray. And I still didn't find it. And I just thought, you know what? I gotta be still. And I took a deep breath and I closed my eyes and I'm in the middle of the kitchen. Look higher. Came right to my head. Not audible, not something I heard, just kind of like a thought, but it was subtle and it was just made known to me that was my answer. Look higher. And I opened the cupboard and I got on a bar stool. I put it in front of the cupboard and I went up to the very top shelf and I had taken this, and after the fact I remembered taking it and just kind of slid it over all the regular dishes to be behind so it would hide it so that no kids would get to it. And I was so excited. I was like, I found it and I know how to find things. Yay! And I filled it right up and I started using it ever since. Okay, the next item was a CD that I had rented from the library. So I checked it out and I listened to it a couple times and I was ready to return it. I'd gotten all the juicy information out of it. It was a Sherry Dew and a Wendy Watson Nelson CD. It was awesome. It was something about scars. He leaves no scars. I can't remember. But it was overdue and it was starting to do fees. And so I talked to the librarian because I go to the library all the time. And she's like, have you found that? I go, no. She's like, okay, it's going to be, I think it was like 15 to 20 bucks to replace it, plus the late fee of $4. And I was just like, I'm just going to have to pay that. I can't find it. I've looked in all my CD players, which, there's not that many since they're like obsolete. I looked in all my CD-ROMs. I just looked for it. And all the cases, you know how you put something that doesn't belong in the right case? So I've looked in all the cases. I looked in the cars. I just couldn't find it. And so I had prayed. I sat down. I said the prayer. I thank Thee that I lost the CD. Please help me find it. And this CD was sitting. This is a Julie Brown CD. I highly recommend it. It's so awesome. The mind-numbing effect. This was sitting on a pile of papers right here, like right here on my desk. And I just was doing the calm thing, just taking a deep breath and just, okay, where is it? And out of the corner of my eye, and I kid you not, and my son was sitting here by me too, so I don't know if he knocked it off, I don't know. This CD on top of the paper slid behind my desk to the floor. Immediately came into my mind, that's where your other CD is, and that's where you'll find it. I jumped back there so fast, and my arms aren't small enough to fit back there. I'm calling all my kids, hey, get your skinny little arms back here, because I saw them, 2 CDs back there. This one I got, and then the Wendy Watson Nelson CD I got out, took it back to the library. I think I paid like $2 for late fee because it wasn't all the way overdue. Is that awesome? Oh! And then, let's see, my next item, so I'm into detoxes. I have MTHFR, which means your body can't detox and you have to have your vitamins methylated whatever that means. But anyways, I can do another video about that. But anyways, I was looking for my detox supplies all over, and I prayed, and I just got the feeling it's under my bed. So I go and I look under my bed, which I had looked under several times, and because I wanted to start the detox that day. Because, I mean, it's not that big a deal. I could have reordered all the supplies. It just would have taken more money and more time for them to come. But I was ready. I'd prepared myself. I was ready to start the detox. And I went under the bed and I couldn't find it. And I just put my arm on this box that was sitting next to my bed. And it just hit me. Oh, yeah. You put all your detox supplies in this box so they'd be all easy to find. And I'm just like, yay! I can start my detox today. And I opened it up and I got all my supplies and I started my detox. I was super excited. Okay, the next item is super sentimental to me, the item that I lost. It's right here. It's this necklace. And I've actually lost it a couple times because it's my favorite necklace and I take it everywhere. So my parents actually both gave this to me the day that my mom passed away. After she had passed, there was just, we were waiting for the funeral arrangements to come and take her body, and my dad just thought, hey, I remember these necklaces that mom had picked out at the gift store at the hospital on her way out, and she wanted me to give these to you after she passed. So I got this the day my mom passed from my parents. Super cool, huh? Anyways, I had put this in my pocket, which don't do that. I've lost another necklace by putting it in my pocket. Put it in my pocket and I went walking. And I walk outside and I walk, come on. Hey, bud. And I thought, oh, somebody's going to find it on the street and they'll return it. But I got to make sure everybody knows that this is my necklace. So I put a picture of it on Facebook, and I'm like, hey, if anybody sees my necklace, it's mine. If you see it out in the street and you're wondering whose it is, it's mine. And then after a couple of days, I was like, I can't just leave finding something so important and sentimental to me to other people. I've got to take it in my own hands. And I prayed. And I just got the feeling to go on my walk. And I was like, is it really going to be out there? It was probably 5 days after I'd lost it. I'm going on a walk. On the same walk, it was the first chance I'd even had to follow my tracks. And I'm walking, and it's really hard to walk and look down at the ground at the same time, just so you know. So I'm walking, looking down, thinking to myself, what houses along here do you think I should go to the door and ask them if they found it? And I'm looking, and I found it. It was on the street. It's all scratched up. It's been ran over by a car at least one time. It's very scratched. I can't believe it. I took a picture of it on the road, how it was just laying there in the road. And I just saw it when I'm thinking about how I'm going to ask people if they've seen it. I was so grateful that I found it, and so grateful that I was inspired to go through, what's it called when you go past your tracks? I don't know. Okay, one more item. I lost my keys. And when do you lose your keys? When you're headed out the door to go somewhere. So we're late going somewhere because we've been spending all this time looking for the keys, when it's super hard to take a second to pray. It really is. I actually asked one of my kids to do it. I'm like, can someone pray? And we knelt and prayed. And after we were done, I just tried really hard to be calm, because that was really hard. I just wanted to find it so fast. It's hard to be calm and fast at the same time. And my son said to me, Mom, I bet, sister has it. She had borrowed my car the night before and hadn't returned it, and had just kept it with her the next day when she went to school. And I texted her, yep, she had it. Okay, found the keys, for being calm in the moment. Didn't really solve my problem of getting to where I wanted to go right then, because, it's one of these keys that cost $80 at the at the dealership. So, I didn't want to spend that much money for a key. But anyways, I've used this formula over and over. Thanking, asking, being still, being calm, taking the time to really connect with my higher power, to ask and to receive the answers. So I invite you to try this, and let me know if you try this and it works for you. And I love you. Thank you for watching.